Hello everybody, this is Justin Case from American Newscape, joining our friend and media personality when found, Jerry Maldonado, back for another installment of American Mentoring. Hello Jerry, welcome back to American Newscape.
Oh, wait a minute, let me get my seat, man. Hey guys, how are you?
Get your seat in the upright position.
Here's Jerry.
Yeah, here's Jerry. Okay, Jerry, this
I'll
week...
just get rid of the paperwork. I'm good. What?
Huh? Who? Hey, Jerry, this week we're going to touch on regrets. So, Jerry, what's happening?
Yeah, I had a chance, literally just got back here, checked in with your little meatball station here, and had to go see Mom for most of the day. And Mom is basically now in the rehab center part of her life. She's in the late 70s and constantly dealing with that regret issue in life. What if, what if, what if? And if a lot of people understand that, if you don't have to worry about regrets in life, if you make the conscious effort every single day just to do a little thing towards whatever you've always wanted to do. The smallest things, the littlest things. As I'm walking by she's in this long corridor, if you can get a visual. In every room, I'm just a nosy kind of guy. That's just who I am. I'm looking in, just to glance in, and you can see the faces on these people of a lifelong process of not doing what they wanted to do or have or be in life. And who said it best? I think Ben Franklin said it. He goes, we don't plan to fail, we just fail to plan. And that simple notion of every day taking little steps in that whatever you want to have, be, and do in life, you're not going to, even though a lot of us will end up like where my mom is now and countless others, at least we'll go there knowing what we did and that great accomplishments in life. You know, even though minute in detail, it's an amazing memory reflection to live on, if that makes sense.
Well, I think it does. I think, a lot of elderly people are scolded for living in the past, but if parts of that past were a heyday that they're proud of, I see nothing wrong with that.
Oh, indeed. Indeed. We all should be proud, no matter how bumpy the road has been for, all of us. We're not, we all go through this in life. I'm getting my thoughts straight here. We all go through the bumps in the road and this and that. It's our ability to let it go. It's our ability to not focus on what has happened, but what we can make happen. To me, and you and I have talked about it many times on America's Newscape, that we've learned so much. We carry that badge of honor in our life, but there's a lot of people who don't understand that. All I'm saying is, if you've got a plan to do something every day, that would deter you from focusing on the back memories that haunt you.
Right. And there's actually nothing good can come of being haunted by anything, let alone what you may have done or not done in your past, because the past is indeed the past.
Yeah, it's so trivial, I know, to talk about the past. But the past has a powerful set of emotions that we live in every day. You know what I mean? I can come on here and smile, but I also know where I've been, and we all have these, how should we say, these hurt lockers that we kind of open up every day once in a while from getting triggered by our five senses. And that's great. When you understand it, you understand how to manage it. And I did the show today about the planning thing and the Ben Franklin quote and this and that. And basically, if you go into like AA, they have like a 12-step program. And what that 12-step program is basically, it's all mental reconditioning. It's all basically transformation 101, focusing on a higher power, focusing on your responsibility as a person, don't dwell on the past. Nothing about the physical. It's all about changing you from the inside out. Because in order for stuff or anything we want to come to us, it has to come through us. And if you start dealing with that thought mindset of regret and not having anything in life that you've always wanted, all you're projecting out is emptiness. And all life can give you back is emptiness. And imagine sitting in a room like my mom. You only have a television. And imagine there with your thoughts. and I tried to bring her all these magazines just to keep her kind of occupied. But, when you're there with your thoughts and they're not really conducive to where you've been in life, it's detrimental in all ways and facets of your health and well-being.
Wow. So absolutely no outside stimulation for her other than what you can bring her with regard to magazines if she elects to read them.
Yep. I even sprayed the bag with her favorite perfume just to kind of give her a sense of being at home. You know what I mean? It's little things like that will deter you from focusing on what has happened to what you can make happen. And you and I, we're old school, but in my mom's echelon and perhaps your parents' echelon, that's older school. Perhaps they're better trained than the people nowadays of dealing with what they've been through and past. They hold it all in, that kind of mantra. But then you come to these points of your life where all you have is time and all you focus on is where you've been in life. I can't imagine the mental anguish these people go through. And this is what juices me every day. Because if people can plan what they want and kind of focus on that every single day on a mental and a physical and a spiritual aspect of it, just like the 12-step program of people getting over substance abuse, transformation is inevitable. It's like the caterpillar to butterfly. What a caterpillar does, it gets this sense that it needs to go change. It locks himself in that cocoon and just immerse themselves into becoming that butterfly. You have to become the same way, or else you're going to be dealing with regret throughout your whole life of what you didn't do. I'm not saying go out and go skydiving, meatball. All I'm saying is just make a little plan and start to implement that. We plan every day to go to work and this and that. Why not plan the future that you've always wanted and do the little things every day to make it come true?
Well, yeah. And, when we think about your mom, primarily she was a provider. I mean, she provided for you and your family. She loved to cook. Her integrity and courage is an inspiration to many. And we need to all focus some positive energy towards helping her remember that. And, And
back then people didn't ask for welfare.
No.
I mean, they grew their own tomatoes. And she told me she used to walk me to the daycare 3 miles a day on her back. Just bringing she would strap me over her back and literally walk to the daycare so she can walk another 6 miles to work. I mean, who would do that nowadays? I mean, people realize how lucky we are. I'm not coming at some kind of violin story here. No, she's a very proud person. And hopefully every one of you who watch, and myself and yourself included, are very proud of what we've accomplished. But we've been blessed with all of this, all compared to what they had. I mean, we're living in heaven. So if you're going to start getting crazy about what you don't have, talk to some of these people that have been there and done that in their 70s and their 80s now, that are basically sadly decomposing alive in homes like this because they really can't get around anymore. Yeah. Ask them what they had, and they cherished a ball or a tomato plant that gave them food every day. Here we are, we're getting angry at the fact that our cable doesn't work today. All I'm saying is get your priorities straight. Do what you love to do. Be happy. Be that person of excellence, that righteous person who always wanted to bring good to the world. And then when you come to this day and age, which we all will, mind you, yes, you'll have good reflections to focus on instead of regrets.
Well, and the skills to focus on those good things that happened to you during your life. And that's why I've never understood scolding. We see a lot of people with dementia that what they do remember those fond memories in their life, and I've always recognized that as a gift.
Oh yeah, that the wisdom that these people carry, even with dementia, you'd be surprised. I mean, I've always been in awe of history, and as my friends, and when I was a kid, my friends were making fun of the old people in their 65 Chevelles with the 3-speed shift on the dashboard, and I just say, wait, that's not right. And I knew something was up. And so I started to talk to these people and the stories that they went through. I mean, the soldiers and the veterans and the people, I mean, they built everything for us. We got it all here. And with their innovation and dedication to service and country and whatever we're living that dream now, but you don't see it on television. It's sad.
No, it is. It is. And I don't think we can do enough to honor what's happened before us. And just and you're right. This opportunity, we all have this opportunity. You know, I worry about some of the younger people that they can't travel 10 miles because there's not 2 Starbucks in a route.
That's how spoiled we are. I mean, seriously. Yeah, see, it's a great perspective to live by, because what you're grateful for, you can only bring more things to be grateful for. If you're living in regret, all you can bring is more things to regret. So this whole premise of tonight's show is just to make people to flip their focus in the most minute things in life and watch what you attract in your life. Watch how the universe expands, because every thought that you send out expands as energy, and it can only connect with what you're thinking about. So if you're thinking about your dreams and your plans and your goals and respect and love for yourself, I'm not saying walk around with this proverbial smile like I do when I come on this show, man.
We appreciate it.
And just focus on the good side of you instead of the side that you don't want to go there anymore, because if you keep going back there, well, you can attract us from back there.
Well, absolutely, Jerry. And well, you know, you've brought up some food for thought, so to speak. Can you give us some tools to help us accentuate the positive, so to speak?
When you decide what you want, the world's going to respond to it. And it's really that simple. And any kind of plan that I've implemented on my own, I'm not telling the meatballs out there to do. I just say what I've done. And if it's worked, and it's worked so well for me by just keeping the mindset of what I want. And if you hyphen the word mindset, you realize you're in control. You're in complete control, whether it's a journaling or the next step is focus. What your mindset is and you're focusing on, the next word is continuously on, is what you're going to bring upon. And if everything starts within us, that has to come to us, that has to come from us, you'll realize what you can attract in your life, from the simplest things to the most amazing opportunities. But you got to keep doing it every day. And the best therapy in the world, just like they were doing with AA in the 12-step program, was to think differently. It's really that simple. You surround yourself with what you want to think about, just like in their 12-step program. If anybody goes there and reads it, it's all about faith and transformation. It's the same thing with your own life. You don't have to be addicted to a substance. When you realize you can transform who you are just by focusing on that person you want to be.
Well, I don't know if I grew up with, Jerry, my mom would tell me to think, not just think.
Yeah. The hardest thing in the world for people to do, to think, indeed. And you're absolutely right. I never thought of thinking as a power tool. And you give it as much energy as you want, and you'll watch the magic. Things start literally happening in your life to create what you're thinking about every day. So to alleviate regret, you just focus on the latter, the other side of it. You flip the switch of your thinking as much as you can, and you'll get to the point where it's a natural process. You just transform. Literally, you have to die to start living again. That's the caterpillar to butterfly method. And when you keep doing it every day, you're gonna spawn into this beautiful creature, but you got to keep doing it.
Okay. All right. Hey, Jerry, thank you. Hey, everybody. This has been Justin Case and Jerry Maldonado, bringing you some meatballian logic on American mentoring. Thanks for joining us. Remember, additional information and links are provided in this video's Read More. Today's the day to subscribe to this channel. Please learn more about Jerry Maldonado when time permits.